You're such an asshole.
Greetings, everybody. Continuing on here over at Cappy Land at assholeconsulting.com, where if you got questions, I have answers, as long as you got money. Cappy, thanks for the investment video response. Very insightful and helpful. I'm glad you ended on a note about investing in entrepreneurship and the trades, because it's a great segue into the second request I wanted to bring to you. As I mentioned before, I work as a ghostwriter when I've got the time and freedom. Aside from the freelance work, I'm also roughly 75% of the way through my own first novel, which I intend to publish under my real name, and having it professionally edited is one area where I've been investing some coin. Some of the work I've ghostwritten has been indie published via KDP, that's Kindle, and that's partially what I wanted to learn more about. As I come to the end of this book and have it sent through the final stages of editing, I need to make an informed decision about whether to write a query letter and start pursuing literary agents, or cut all that out and go straight to indie publishing. What can you tell me about the pros and cons of traditional versus indie publishing? I researched at length about the traditional publishing, and some of what I've turned up is troubling to say the least. Many heavy-hitting authors like Stephen King, J.K. Rowling, George R.R. Martin, and Anne Rice. All of them. The great... Look, publishers aren't authors. They don't know shit. Oh, what did you do? Yeah, I just said that. They don't know shit. They don't write. They are the English teachers of the private sector world, if you could actually believe some English teachers made it that far. All right? Dr. Seuss, every great author has been rejected by publishers. Name me one famous publisher, like a person. Exactly. You don't know who those fuckers are because they're fucking worthless and irrelevant. They don't do shit. So yeah, you're always rejected by multiple publishers before landing a deal, and just how hilariously difficult dealing with the traditional publishing houses has become. One easy go around for all this is just slap it into KDP and self-advertise, and while I'm not pursuing this goal firmly for financial gain, I am concerned with being able to reach out as many readers as possible. With traditional publishing, if I can pull it off, hold a marketing advantage in that respect. All right, well, let's stop here. There is no reason to go through the traditional publishing route. And there are many reasons why that is. One, you will waste more time trying to find some dipshit, nepotistic, cocksucking, liberal, espresso-sucking piece of shit, New York publishing house idiot to take a look at. You're going to waste more time finding that dolt than you will writing your book. You can write 3 books, like good-sized books, before you even go and find a publisher that's going to take. It's connections. It's probably the most, if you think investment banking is connections and nepotism or politics, wait till you get to the publishing industry. Oh, we'll fucking reject Stephen King, but my nephew has a book out about fungus. So there's no reason to go there. You're just going to be wasting your time. The second thing is it's just not profitable. The contracts and terms you get through a traditional publisher is a joke. I think you'll make like maybe 8%, maybe. Plus, and you being a new author, you're not going to get a signing bonus or any upfront money. That's not going to happen. And that's after cost. I mean, it's pennies. It's pennies. Whereas Amazon will pay you 65%, I think it is, maybe 70%. I have to look it up. All right, and it's just done. And then the third reason. Have you noticed Tower Books recently? Did you notice, what was the other? It was Tower, and then there was some other bookstore. They're gone. You notice how Barnes & Noble is the only one that's left? And even then, who goes to Barnes & Noble? The way the publishers made their money was by getting books into physical stores. And as you know, there are no physical stores. It is not coincidental that Amazon, the world's largest bookseller, by far, also has its own publishing arm. It keeps it in-house. That model is dead. That model, thank fucking God. The publishing division, the publishing industry, and Barnes & Noble is going to go the way of their leaders and those that occupy it, and that is the baby boomers. It will all go. It will be like the Doors. It will go away, and no one will remember it again. Right? So you're not going to sell that much. You won't make as much money through a traditional publisher. You are better off, by far, going to CreateSpace, which is Amazon's physical bookstore, KDP.Amazon.com, that's Kindle, and then Audible.com, which is Amazon's audio books. Do all three formats, and you're going to make more money. Now, here's the key thing. For that exact same amount of time that you'd spend dicking around with the leftist, liberal, nepotistic, espresso-sucking cocksuckers over in New York, you could do one of two things. You could either pound the pavement and try and market your own book and have much more success that way, or you could work up the money, work a second job that you would piss away pursuing the cocksuckers in New York, work up that money and then just go buy advertising on, you could do Google AdWords or Facebook or stuff like that, but just find podcasts and blogs that are specific to your books. Like, say your book is about airplanes. You would go to different airplane websites and buy ads there. Much more direct, much more efficient, much more effective type of marketing, much more targeted marketing, and you're going to do a lot better. All right? That's why I advertise on Tom Leykis. I advertise on Terrence Popp. I advertise on the Beckloff, because the internet allows you to specifically narrow down to the exact precise people you want to get to. And that's what the traditional publishing industry offers. Well, we'll get your books out there, we'll do the marketing, we have a network. That network is completely obsolete and bogus now. You just go on the internet, you write about wiener dogs, wiener dog discussion book, boom, there it is. There's all the people that are like, I get my new coffee table book, Wiener Dogs in Ballet Outfits. Oh, funny, hey, there's 1,000 sales. So there is absolutely no reason to go through the traditional publishing route. It is laughable. I'm glad that these people are alive to see their industry collapse. And they frankly don't deserve it. They don't deserve, it's like Hollywood. Everyone's saying, well, why can't we find some news stories? Why are we making remakes all the time? Well, there's plenty of news stories being floated around in Hollywood. Someone explained it to me, but there's a reason, in part because nepotism and everyone's sucking each other's dick over there, that that no new ideas get floated into Hollywood. It never happens. So Hollywood is slowly, it's not as fast as the publishing industry, but Hollywood is getting very incestuous and unoriginal and just repeating the same fucking regurgitated bullshit. And the traditional publishing industry is done. It's over. It's over. Don't even waste your time with that Titanic. So that's what I would do. Lastly, I've turned up a little on copywriting, unfinished materials, and manuscripts, mainly just a bunch of people advising me to mail a hard copy of the manuscript to myself and then not reopening it. I'm careful with who I send my work to, but I prefer to have all my bases thoroughly covered, especially when dealing with someone that I've spent a long time pouring this much blood, sweat, and tears and vodka into. Surely there's a better way. Any other legal pitfalls regarding copyright you might be aware of? Well, I mean, when you write it, it's copyrighted to you. First thing I would do is I would go to createspace.com, set up your account, and you'll start a project, and first thing you give it is the title. So that will provide a historical record that you came up with this idea. This is the title of your book. And then you can mail yourself a copy. That's certainly one way to do it. Do not open it. That the proof is like, this is my manuscript. I mailed it to myself. So if you have to sue someone for copyright. But what I would do, don't send out manuscripts to public. Don't do that anymore. Just save your time. You got more important. I mean, seriously, jerk off to porn. Go play Pong. Just go watch grass grow. Don't even waste your time with that fucking bullshit. All right? But for your editors, only send it to people you trust. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. You're going to have two types of editors. One, quality and content, and the other one, grammar and punctuation and all that stuff, the rules and the laws. For content and quality, send it to people you trust and you like their opinion. Say, I don't want you to look for typos. That's not your job. I want you to read the damn book and tell me if it's good. If there's a problem, there's flowing issues, there's something wrong with the quality, let me know. But don't tell me it's, oh my God, you're a fucking whore. You don't want that. So you put it through them first, and then whatever changes, if they say, oh, okay, I would change this, I would change that, you go ahead and make those changes. If you agree with them. Don't always assume that just because someone says there's something wrong with it, there's something wrong with it, right? I've done that a lot of times. I've vetoed. I'm like, yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying, but you're wrong. This is the way I want it written. Then when you're when you got that manuscript, you've looked at all the quality issues. Then you hand it to your punctuation, grammar people. And the people who make, hands down, drastically superior editors are women. They have a natural gift. I've said it before, I've said it again. Women make superior accountants and they make superior editors because they are anal retentive nagging motherfuckers, and they will find nitpick every little fucking thing wrong. They will. And in this one case, that's a good thing. You do want, they make great auditors. Great auditors. But they make great editors. I do not have men edit the grammatical portion of my book. I give it to the 3 female friends, and they will find everything. They will sniff it out like a bloodhound. And then that is the copywriting and the editing that I do. Now, these are people I trust greatly. I email to them. I say, please print it off, make your changes, mail it back to me or give it to me. Delete the file, so there's no digital copies out there. But these are people I trust implicitly. I do not give copyright stuff to people. I do not. I don't. And very rarely will I email someone in the manosphere or somebody that I trust who, if they're going to review it, they'll write, I'm going to get a lot of sales from it. But it's only people that I trust implicitly, like, Roosh or Glorious Carl or, Davis Arena or something like that. But I know they're not going to fuck me over. But yeah, it's all an in-house operation now. You have all the tools thanks to Amazon. And again, I'll say it's CreateSpace, KDP, and Audible.com. You don't need to go publish. You don't need a literary agent. I mean, just look at their backgrounds. They're all a bunch of liberal arts majoring fucktards. Fuck them. Fuck that. Let them starve. Let them work a real fucking job, like in the coal mines or shoveling shit for a change, right? So don't even bother with those charlatans, right? That's dead. That's horse and buggy industry. Anyway, hope that helps out. Hope that makes, it's a streamlined operation. Oh, one final thing I will say. If for whatever reason there is still a way to go through traditional publishing, and that might be worth it if, like, Simon & Schuster decides to pay you $2 million up front. But that's when you become large enough being self-published, then some of the larger publishing firms might take note of you. But then by that time, it's already too late for them because you already got your following. You say, okay, well, you better pay me $2 million up front. Otherwise, I don't want to have really much to do with you. Because if you're already that popular that these large publishing houses, they finally take notice of you, by that time you're so big, you probably, why would you give them a 70% cut and you go, we'll give you 15% and $500,000 up front? Like, fuck you. So, anyway, hope that helped out. Best luck to all of you future authors. Toodles.